So Jim, so much going on in North Carolina. Tell us a little bit about what your approach is to Gen AI nowadays.
Yeah, just recently we released our AI framework out to all the executive branch agencies, and really what it's doing is establishing the guardrails of how we perceive generative AI being utilized in the state of North Carolina. We're not so much worried about AI that's leveraging in our four walls, but more specifically around opportunities that publicly available generative AI was going to bring. So to that point, we've created a work group, so which agencies are coming forward with business use cases. I believe generative AI and the activities we have underway in North Carolina is a team sport. So I'm not looking to create a chief AI officer, but instead I have my chief data officer, my chief privacy officer, my chief risk officer, and my chief enterprise architect, all working together as a team on this effort. And we are now inviting agency leaders, business leaders, not necessarily cabinet members, coming to bring their use cases. And as we're talking through their use cases, the intent is to get them to yes, but also it's also the identification of the data that needs to be used to bring success into these efforts. And we recognize in North Carolina a little bit that we do have a data quality issue. We do have a data discovery initiative underway. We're also doing data classification. And at the end of the day, data is what fuels generative AI. So instead of trying to boil the entire ocean and fix the problem holistically, we're going to fix the problem segment by segment, set by set, and get to a good outcome for our agencies.
So when an agency leader, approaches you and asks about a Gen AI project, and you know that these data quality and data management issues exist, how are you ushering them in the right direction to solve the problems at hand, but also keeping them optimistic?
Yeah, I don't know if I would use the word pressure. We're guiding, right? Again, at the end of the day, we're doing everything we can to get to a yes outcome. And so to that end, that's why these conversations need to occur. As we, as an LLM, I'm going to be learning from the data. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. There's a whole series of questions that we're going through along those lines. And again, are we looking at publicly available? Are we looking at being able to bring something in our four walls? We have some use cases right now where we leverage Gen AI for application modernization efforts on, modernizing of code bases. So we've had some good success stories. We're looking at RAG-based technologies to do a lot of back office stuff. So especially in our statewide IT procurement, now looking to move that to our chief financial officer's realm as well. Looking at generative AI to help us do legislative analysis and those types of things. So, some of these legislative bills are immense. Our legislature sometimes sticks things into a bill that doesn't belong there, but that's where they put it. And we did not realize that until after it gets passed. So we never had an opportunity to identify any issues or concerns with that bill. Limited English proficiency, doing language translations. So there's a lot of great use cases that are out there that we can do today. I think the one we're going to start embarking upon, though, is really around I'll call it a generative bot, but how do we begin to leverage generative AI and engagement on frequently asked questions or interaction with the public against the resources we have. Earlier today, as part of my presidential initiative, we did talk about risk acceptance, and humans make errors. So when somebody calls a call center and talks to a person, that person could give an incorrect answer, but yet if the generative bot gave that incorrect answer, then it's a technology problem and it's viewed that we did something incorrect. So we have to have that discussion around risk tolerance as well.